Today we're going to talk about the verb to be. Anytime you say the words is, am, are, was, or were, for example, you're actually using a conjugated form of the English verb to be. Now, in Spanish, there are two verbs, two ways that we can say to be in Spanish. However, today we're only focusing on one of them. So we're going to learn about the verb ser, which again means to be, in the present tense. Now, ser is one of the most frequently used verbs in Spanish, and it is irregular. And what I mean by irregular is that it doesn't follow normal patterns of conjugation. So you do need to memorize these conjugations or changes to the verb on their own. So they're not going to follow a typical conjugation pattern. Now let's talk about what conjugation means. Well, first, we have to learn what a verb means. A verb is an action word, and in this case, our verb is to be. If we were to say, I to be hungry today in English, it really wouldn't make much sense. You have to change the verb in order for it to match the subject, who's doing the action of the word, in order for it to make sense. So I can't just walk around saying, I to be a professor. I have to say, I am a professor. Changing a verb to match the subject means conjugating or changing. So when you hear that word, that's what it means. So we're going to talk about how to conjugate the verb ser, how to change it so that we can say things like I am, you are, he or she is, we are, they are. So we're going to learn how to do that in Español today. All right, so let's take a look at the conjugations of the verb ser. To say I am, we say soy. Repiten, soy. To say you are, we say eres. To say he or she is, we say es. You can also use this for it, like it is. See, es. Another thing to note about this is if you're talking to someone in the usted form, meaning like a more formal context, you're trying to show more respect, when you use the usted form, you're always going to use the same conjugation as the he and she form. So we would say usted es, you are, but you in a formal context. To say we are, we say somos. So nosotros somos. To say you all, as in a group of you are, we're going to say sois. Now, I do want to mention one thing about sois. This form is only used in Spain. It's still important to know this form. Even if you don't plan on traveling to Spain, you should still learn how to conjugate verbs in the vosotros form, but it is only going to be used in Spain. So I do want to mention that. If you want to say they are or you all are, as in a group of you, everywhere else except for Spain, you're going to say son. So ellos son, ellas son, ustedes son. So they are or you all are. Now, you'll see that I have the subject pronouns in parentheses here. For example, yo soy. I don't have to put the yo in front of soy because just by changing the verb, by conjugating the verb ser and putting soy, it already means I am. It can only ever mean I am. So I don't have to put yo soy. I don't have to put yo in front of it because it's a little redundant. We already know that when I say soy, I'm referring to I. So you don't have to put the subject pronoun with the verb conjugation. You can, and it's okay to do that, but it's redundant, and most native speakers won't do that, and it's not necessary because by conjugating the verb, you're already implying who the subject is, who's doing that action. So let's take a look at some examples of sentences in Spanish using these conjugations. Yo soy profe Hunter. So I am profe Hunter. And again, I don't have to put the yo. I can just say Soy profe Hunter. I am profe Hunter because by conjugating ser and putting soy, I am saying I am, and it can only ever mean I am. Eres muy inteligente. You are very intelligent. So eres, again, means you are, and so I don't have to put the tú in front of it because it's implied in the conjugation with eres. Él es mi amigo. He is my friend. So is. Ella es mi hermana. She is my sister. Es. Usted es muy amable. You are very nice or kind. So usted es muy amable. Remember, usted also means you, but we're going to use it in formal context. And it's always going to follow the same conjugation as the he and she form. And this will be for every verb in Spanish. Nosotros somos profesores. We are professors. And again, I can just say somos profesores because by conjugating it into somos, it already implies that we, nosotros, is the subject. Vosotros sois cómicos. You all are funny. And again, I can just say sois cómicos. Ellos son interesantes. They are interesting. And I can just say son interesantes. Ellas son guapas. So we have a group of females. They are beautiful. Ellas son guapas. And I can, again, just say son guapas because I don't have to have the ellas. Ustedes son mis estudiantes. So you all are my students. So you guys, a group of you, ustedes son mis estudiantes. Or if you already knew that I was talking to all of you, I don't have to say ustedes. I can just say son estudiantes. So again, the conjugations of the verb ser are soy, eres, es, somos, sois, and son. Okay, clase. Hasta luego.